Licensed moneylenders here are bracing themselves for a significant drop in business after further measures to prevent foreigners from overborrowing kicked in today. In fact, a poll of moneylenders shows that 17% of them expect to shut. Among the new rules is a cap on the number of foreigners whom they can lend to and the total loan amount. Li Ying with more.
Siti is the breadwinner of a family. The Indonesian earns $600 a month working as a domestic helper here. Last month, her son asked for $800 to pay for his university fees. But she could not raise the amount because no licensed moneylender could give her a loan of more than $500. That's been the loan cap for foreigners earning less than $10,000 a year since last month.
That makes me like, what should I do? I mean, how I figure out solve my problem for this, because I keep, try to ask for help, but I still can't get that money.
The lenders are feeling the heat too. This moneylender in Chinatown says he has already turned away more than 190 foreign domestic workers, or FDWs, since the new loan cap kicked in. And because 3 in 5 of his customers are foreigners, business has fallen by 30%. He expects to be hit even harder with the second wave of restrictions. Moneylenders now cannot lend to more than 15 foreigners in a month and 50 a year. They also can't loan more than $150,000 in total and to more than 300 foreigners at any one time. This takes into account existing customers before the new rules kicked in.
We have to readjust formulate everything, and now we have to re-target our customers to be local customers and everything else to get the right pick of customers that is suitable for our appetite when it comes to lending.
The Credit Association of Singapore, or CAS, which represents licensed moneylenders, expects the industry to be badly hit. There are currently 158 moneylenders in Singapore. In a survey of 70 of them, about 1 in 5 said that they are highly likely to close because of the new rules. And because restrictions apply to foreigners from all income brackets, moneylenders potentially miss out on a sizable chunk of business. In the first half of the year, moneylenders were owed $27.5 million by higher income foreigners or those earning more than $10,000 a year. They accounted for half the amount owed. CAS believes that if the aim of the new caps is to protect FDWs, then the rules shouldn't apply to these higher income earners.
Many of them, because of their, especially S-Pass holders and E-Pass holders, many of them have degrees. Right? And we believe that with their higher education, they probably also will have better financial literacy and discipline in managing their own credits.
The Law Ministry says the caps are necessary to address the sharp rise in borrowing by foreigners over the past 3 years. The numbers have increased across all borrower groups. It added that it will monitor the situation closely and review measures if necessary. Foreigners, like Singaporeans and PRs, can also bar themselves from licensed moneylenders under a new self-exclusion framework. Now, as of the 4th of August, authorities have received applications from 48 foreigners, and 44 of them are from FDWs. Now, social service agencies say the measures will help curb excessive borrowing, but they are also worried that those who are desperate will turn to illegal sources of credit.
We also have local financiers who use FDWs as runners, right, to give out loans with high interest. We also have the handphone retailers who give out loans in the guise of installment plan. So all these schemes will come up, and to fill in the gap because of the cap.
For Siti, those are not viable options. What are your plans next when your family needs money?
I think I have to stop, I think. I mean, I still care, but I don't want to go through the high-risk situation for myself in Singapore, because of I don't have any problem for 12 years.
Perhaps also, if
the girls are referred to, for example, to social service organizations, you know, like us, like FAST, for example, whom we have intervened, and by doing all the necessary due diligence, helping her to think through how much she can borrow, her ability to pay back, and establishing the fact that there's really a genuine need. Would the money lending companies be given a little bit leeway to help these girls?
Authorities say the new measures are complemented by education and outreach efforts.